Ray Dawson. I'm a professional jockey, which is actually a professional athlete as well. I'm in Dubai obviously at the moment, and the season's here for 5 months, so I'm very lucky that I get to come over, and I'm employed by Sheikh Ahmed, Michael Costa Stables. So we're over here for 5 months, and we're all over here trying to win. You know, we're trying to win. We're trying to be the best we can be. We're trying to keep fit, we're trying to keep healthy, we're trying to be the best basically, you know what I mean? It's a very competitive sport that I work in. It's changed a lot over the last 20 years, and you know, talent only gets you so far. So, you know, the Dubai life is great, we get a lot more time over here, so but with time comes kind of its own problems as well, you know, boredom and overthinking and all that. So kind of utilising the time over here to try and progress is something that I work on, but essentially I'm just trying to ride as many winners as I can.
When you say you get more time out here, is that because you're not in the UK? There's obviously there's a lot more courses.
Yeah, in the UK, you basically live in your car. You know what I mean? You're barely ever home. You're living in your car. You're here, there, and everywhere. You don't know where you are from day to day.
So it's hard to find that balance and consistency, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be very difficult to find that balance and consistency. Yeah, very hard actually. Some days you just got to get through each day. While over here, you only race 3 to 4 days a week maximum, so you have time to recoup. You have time to spend, you know, doing things that are good for you mentally and physically. It's just a better atmosphere. It's a better environment over here than it is in the UK. The UK is very full on.
And that's why you're shredded, isn't it? He's got to be the fittest man in racing. Literally the fittest man in racing.
That's a bit of an obsession.
How does anyone get into racing, horse racing? Like, what inspired you, and what you inspired by?
The success, I suppose, the adrenaline. I've always been an adrenaline junkie. Sometimes not so healthy, but just, you know, I've always looked up to jockeys. I've always looked up to anyone involved in racing. I've always loved horse racing. You know, I have a passion for it. You know, I think about it all the time. I wake up in the morning. I try and do what I can to make me the best jockey I can be, and it's just in my blood, I suppose. You know, if people have asked me many times what would I do if I wasn't a jockey, and to be honest with you, I honestly don't know what I do. You know what I mean? That is a genuine question, a genuine answer. I don't know what I do. So it's just always been there. My uncle owned horses, and I've always had ponies and stuff. Been quite lucky, and yeah, that's how the love of it kind of came.
Nice. What makes Ray Dawson want to be successful, and why?
I think the want to be successful, I think, is different for everyone. And my personal journey is, you know, I've known what it's like not to be successful. I've known what it's like to be on the complete opposite end and not actually do anything with my life. You know, there was many years I wasted, and I knew I was wasting them. So to be successful for me isn't just about winning races. It's not just about the fame, the glory, the Instagram posts, the write-ups. You know, that's great. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, that is great, and that comes with success. But I think to be successful is just to get up and just to try and be the best person you can be every day. And you know, leave no stone unturned and not have any regrets, and be able to get to the, you know, to the end of the day knowing that you did your very best, no matter what the outcome is, whether you had a successful day as in winners wise or anything like that. But yeah, just to be the person I'm supposed to be. You know, that's kind of what success is to me.
Obviously there's no hidden stories that's on the press, the mistakes you made personally. What have you learned from that?
Yeah, I mean, this way, guys. What have I learned? I mean, they were hard lessons. I made a lot of mistakes, you know, and I made them continuously. But I tell you what, I've learned to be grateful. I've learned to be humble. I've learned to take every day as they come. I let my ego get in the way. When I was a teenager, early 20s, my ego, you know, a little bit of success or a little bit of fame or whatever you might call it, just my head grew, my ambitions were wrong, my priorities were wrong. I've learned a huge amount. I think I wouldn't be where I am today without my mistakes, basically. I think if I had it easy the whole way through, I most certainly wouldn't be the person I am today. Yeah, I've learned basically big life lessons. I put everything that I do today is the complete opposite to what it was, you know, for 10 years of my life, basically.
I mean, we've been working together now for over a year, and the differences I can see, one, physically, and two, the calmness and management and control. You should be proud of yourself how far you've come. It's an incredible journey that you've done. Who was it you were trying to impress, do you think?
I think for a long time I was trying to impress everybody else, the wrong people, just anyone, you know. I just wanted to impress people on the outside of myself, and you know, I was going home at night and I was a sad person, you know what I mean? I was driving home from work or whatever, and I was crying, do you know what I mean? I was just not happy, just constantly trying to impress everything around me and everyone around me. And at the end of the day, like when I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I see myself. You know, I don't see everybody else that I'm trying to impress, whoever these people were. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm very lucky that I have people like you in my life. I have some close friends, and you know, there's a very small number of people that actually give a shit. Do you know what I mean? Most of the world don't really care.
Yeah, it's almost feel. I say it's like you've got to get up in the morning and put your rhino skin on in the morning, and it's worrying how the mind can, your identity can end up becoming that role, and it's almost two characters you can create. You can put this superhero costume on as Ray Dawson, the jockey, and then you carry that on where there's actually Ray Dawson, the individual, the person, the sensitive and emotional person, and it's okay to be that.
It is a lonely sport. So today, to be honest with you, I just try and impress myself. You know, I'm trying to impress that younger person that made all them mistakes. I'm trying to impress that scared, fearful teenager that didn't know what he was doing with his life. You know, that's who I'm trying to impress. Because at the end of the day, as I said, no one else really gives a shit. Like, do you know what I mean? No one else really cares. But working with you has been fantastic, man. Do you know what I mean? It's made me accountable for my actions. It's given me structure, confidence. It's made me realise that I can actually speak about my real feelings as well. You know what I mean? Because in sports, it's all like bravado, isn't it? It's all like, I've got to look the toughest and be the toughest and all this, but that's all nonsense.